So I've had situations that I've come into that it seems like the problem is the entire team. There's not just a couple individuals. It seems to be that the team is all out of sorts. And it's not, they don't all have to have the same area that they're having challenges with. It can just be a whole decision brought down, a new process, a change that's coming through, that each person has something specifically that's just not sitting right with them. So today I want to take a look at what do you do when you've got this type of situation where it's the whole team that's involved. So let's take a look at this. What if it is bigger than just a couple people, that it's a whole team situation? Gather that team together, get them all in the same room, get them all online together, and let's take a look at, okay guys, let's put it on the table. Let's take a look at what is it that we have to resolve? What is it that's causing this challenge? Understanding there might not just be one area that you need to resolve or brainstorm about how to resolve. There could possibly be 2 or 3 different areas. So make sure that you are listing each one of the areas that you feel needs to be resolved, and then go back to the team and say, okay, we've got 4 things that we have to resolve about this change that's happening. Which one do we address first? Let the team pick. Once they've picked that area, use the collaboration model that I talk about in, various different videos, where you go around the room and you say, Joan, what is your understanding, and what would your thoughts be about this specific topic? Then you go Martin, Kendra, June, Sarah, Candace. You go around the room finding out. Some may have issues with it, others may not. Just give everybody the opportunity to express if they do or they don't. Let them talk a bit about why it is that they feel that this is the challenging area. Then again, we go around the room again once everybody's had the opportunity to talk about why this particular issue is important. And we talk about what's important going forward then for them. And we go around to everybody. Well, I think we've got to remember to do this. Well, we've got to incorporate this when we go. Well, it's the resources, it's the time, it's all of these factors. And we're going to list those, because the next part of it is, okay, now that we know what the challenge is, now that we've heard from everybody as to why they feel it's a challenge, the next part we've just heard is, what do we have to keep in mind going forward? Now as a team, what are some of our solutions? So one way to do this, if your team is big enough, is to split the team into groups of 5. So if you've got 10, do 2. If you've got 20 people, do 4. Because one thing that you'll notice about teams, add that little bit of competitive edge and say, we want to see which team comes back with the most. You're going to find a competitive team who's really going to focus on that. And then they come back and they present their ideas to their fellow team members. Now, you don't judge them at this point. You record all of the different ideas coming forward, because the next step is to take a look at all these great ideas, compare them to what's important going forward, so then what is doable, and you start to narrow down these ideas. Something that you'll find interesting that happens is you may take this part of this idea, add it to this idea, but also incorporate this, and you'll take 3 parts of 3 different ideas, and that's going to be your golden egg. So what do you do then? You take a look at, okay, now we have a solution. Who's going to step up to take this role, that role, this role, and the various tasks to make this a success? Assign the names. but let the team know it's all of their accountability and all of their responsibility to ensure the success of this aspect, issue, or challenge. Make sure that you set a feedback time where you come back to take a look at how did we do? Is there anything that we have to change? Are we meeting the deadlines? Is everybody stepping up to the plate? Making sure that we check in. We don't just walk out of the room and assume, poof, it's going to all magically happen the way it's supposed to. But that there's that accountability piece back to the team in a week to have that meeting. Remember to do something today that's going to change your tomorrow. Until next time.